DC Denby Castle. So that means start up another walk. Heading off to Pandy Wood today. You're welcome to join me. And this is the Gwyniai Woods, or Denby Woods I think the kids call it today, but there's no kids here today in these days. They're all on their computers and their PlayStations and Xboxes and what have you. But then the days of when I was a kid, this is where we used to be. The Gwyniai, making swings and cat's eyes, which I'm going to be passing in a minute. Look what's in front of me there. Goblin Tower. So yeah, this is the top half where we used to get into the town walls. A bit up there, we used to climb over. You can get a key, but in the days when we were kids, you couldn't get a key. You'd pay a deposit for a £5 and you get in. Real strong smell. And you get into, but it wasn't open to the public. But we used to get in, used to climb in. There's loads of, well, not loads of ways. There's 3 or 4 ways that we can get in. There's a place down there we used to get in through a grill, and that's sealed off today. But and then we used to climb a cosy corner, and also from the top of Bull Lane, there's a locked gate there, but we used to just climb over the wall. So yes, this is the Gwyniai. And it's just stopped raining. When I first started, when I first packed up the castle, it was actually chucking it down, but it is going to clear. Tree come down there. This looks like it's been cut from somewhere. It's cut from the top of there, I think it is. But that's a really strong smell in a Gwyniai today. Not sure what it is. But anyway, just approaching Cat's Eyes, my second home. It's just on my left here, just through there. Cat's Eyes Cave. And if you're new to this channel and you're wondering what is it called, Cat's Eyes, just look it up on the video. I've got loads of videos about it. I've actually got a video where I've used this GoPro on a piece of string with a torch and lowered it, because I can't get in it today these days. When we were kids, just walk in. Well, you have to just turn to one side. It got a bit narrow, but there's no way I could get in Cat's Eyes Cave today. Just down the steps. Got my wellies on today too. Expecting it to be very, very muddy in places. And oh, look what's come into sight on my left here. I don't know what that tower could be. It's some sort of tower. Oh, I remember now. It's the Goblin Tower. Oh, and it's haunted. I might not have mentioned that. It's a Goblin Tower. So anyway, headed up this way, down the back fields. Not going anywhere near the mental today. Well, when I say that, I will be going down the cinder track, which is sort of near the mental, but and then heading towards Pandy Wood. And when I reach Pandy Wood, I've got the makings here to make a nice cup of tea, nice hot cup of tea. As I say, it has cleared. It's going to brighten, but it was actually bucketed down earlier on, just as I was parking up at the castle. So I'm going to make somewhere Pandy Wood. Going to make a nice hot cup of tea. I'll tell you a bit later about the equipment I got. I got a different stove with me to the one I used last time. Woodpecker. You can hear them, but you can never see them. Don't know if the camera picked that up, but it was right above me, somewhere up there, but can always hear them, but you can never see a woodpecker. So yeah, this is the heart of the Gwynniau, which I'll be leaving in a second, just by there. I'm going down the back fields. So this is the back fields. There's the Gwynniau. Castle is roughly there, the back there. You can't see it through the trees like that. And these are the back fields, and that's the Clwyd mountain range. Just below is the Vale of Clwyd, with my playground. That Moyle Park, Moyle Arthur, Moyle Famau, Penacloddiau and what have you. Excellent walking territory. So that's the Clwydians. Chucking it down with rain now. Good job I put my wellies on too. I was expecting it to be very muddy in places, which it is. Be going through Fly Alley very shortly. No flies today. Actually, it's not as bad as what it used to be. In the summer it was really bad for flies and gnats and all sorts. And that's why I gave it its name, Fly Alley. But yeah, this rain is going to stop, I hope. Mud. Look at that. That's what I call mud. It's usually horses here, but no sign of them today. Oh, look at that. I'm stuck. Oh. Wow, good job I put my wellies on today. Yeah, there's normally horses here, but sometimes they come from that field there, but no sign of them today. Don't blame them in this weather. Wow. Whew. That is what I call mud. Fly Alley in a second, if I can make it. And then I'll be joining the road, and then I'll be going down the cinder track. The famous cinder track. And this is Fly Alley. As I said earlier, no flies today, but it's no flies, it's not like it used to be. Going back years now. You walk through it, it's only a couple of 100 metres, something like that. And it joins the road. And yeah, you'd walk through it, you'd be flies, there'd be millions of them, and gnats and all sorts. And that's how I gave it its name, Fly Alley. But it's not like as bad now anyway. It's nothing today obviously, but even in the height of summer it's not as bad as it was. But I still call it Fly Alley. I'll be joining the road very shortly. Turn right and then left down the cinder track. Chopper there, low flying. Probably seems like a million miles away on this GoPro, but that was very low, that. Whoa. Yeah, very low. Anyway, joining the road in a second. Joining the road now. Wind's picking up. still raining, well drizzling really, but according to the weather forecast it is going to stop. Alright, just a couple hundred yards and I'll be turning off down the cinder track. Sounds like that chopper's coming back. Yeah, it is coming back. It's got a big light on the front of it. Like I say, this camera, it seems further away than what it is because it's such a wide angle lens, but it's quite low with that. Yeah, don't know what it's doing. It's not the police helicopter, there's no camera, nothing on it, but the police helicopter is black and yellow, what it always used to be, but unless it's surveying the mental, it's going directly over the mental, which is the North Wales Hospital, in case you, like I say, if you knew, it's gone right over the mental, the NWH. But yeah, that's the North Wales Hospital, if you're new to my videos. But we don't call it that, we just call it the mental. Oh, it's rain. They've been cutting the hedges too, both sides. Anyway, I'll be turning off in a second. If I carry on, the cinder track is there, but if I carry on, it goes past the main gates of the mental. But I'll be turning off down the cinder track. And this rain is coming down, pretty heavy now too. Oh well, hey ho. Nice cup of tea when I get to Pandy Wood. Yeah, anyway, just approaching cinder track, and as I said, if I carry on a few hundred yards, passes the front entrance, or the main gates as we call it, to the mental, but I'm not going that way, I'm going down that way. Now it's official, I am now on the cinder track, and it's haunted too. Did I mention that? I might not have mentioned that it's haunted. But anyway, this is the cinder track. It runs down the side and the back of the mental. And it's haunted, just in case I never mentioned it. It's part of the mental, of which I said earlier I wouldn't be going anywhere near, but okay, I am on the cinder track, so you've got to go somewhere near the mental. Yay! It's been breached! That's lasted quite well, that, actually. I bet a security fence in there, and they've put a bit of a fence in here too. I'll make a little separate video of that, I think, and put it on separate, like an end of breach update. Anyway, I'll keep going after I've made a little update. Just passing on my left there, the old pavilion. The old rugby and cricket pavilion. Rugby ground was here, cricket was there. The North Wales Hospital rugby team used to play on here, and it was the half brick and half timber, but it got burnt down years ago now. If you want to see what it used to look like, check out my videos. I'm sure I got it on this channel or my other channel, Denby Vids, the one that I don't use anymore. It's all on Denby Vids /WXPM now. But yeah. Anyway, heading towards King's Mill now. I'll be passing the Denby Dam, or what's left of it. Just passing Denby Dam, or what's left of it. The river is very high. I'll show you from the top. Or shall I pop down? No, I'll show you from the top. So it's going to be expected with all this rain we've had recently. It's very high at the moment. I'll show you now. This is on top, above what was the Denby Dam. You can see a bit of it here. A bit of it sticking out there. But hopefully you can see the river level. Very high. Right. Little short section of fields. And I'll be joining the road then. And then it's a couple of miles and I'll be turning off, dropping down into Pandy Wood. And a nice cup of tea. Oh yeah, the kit that I got today, the stove. I got a Coleman dual fuel. It's a bit bulky and a bit heavier than most stoves, but it's a real powerhouse. It's really powerful, which you'll see later on when I get the brew going. I say dual fuel. You can use Coleman fuel or unleaded petrol, but I've always used unleaded. I've never used Coleman fuel. It's too expensive. You get a little tin. I don't know how much it is now, but a few years back it was very dear. But I just use unleaded, ordinary unleaded petrol. It's all I've used. I've never had any problems with the stove using that, because the Coleman fuel is like a clean fuel and what have you. But I've always used unleaded, and it's worked perfectly. And that's about it. I've got a Trongia or Trangia, whatever you pronounce it. Kettle, water, tea bags, milk, and an insulated mug. But the main star of the show is the Coleman stove, which you'll see going a bit later. Multi-fuel. It's feather 4. Is it 442? Is it, or 422? It's not the peak one. 442 is it, or 422? Anyway, something like that. But yeah, unleaded. Just topped it up what I left. Full tank, and it's a real powerful stove. As I said, it's bulkier and heavier than, you can get these very lightweight stoves, but it's not too bad. But it's got the power. There's the bridge over the river to G&P Woods, which I won't be going today. I'm heading to Pandy Wood. It's sealed off anyway, the old G&P. Pheasants knocking about there. They always prefer to run than take flight. Masters of concealment, the old pheasants. You can walk right past one and you won't see them, and then they'll suddenly take flight when they're really panicked. But otherwise they prefer to run, and they can run as well. Anyway, I'll be joining the road very shortly. God, in places it's difficult to walk. There's mud, slide all over the place. We're joining the road soon. Make the walking a bit easier. You looking at me? Couldn't resist it. I'm not the biggest fan of road walking, but at least it's easy to walk. That mud was very, very slippy. Anyway, I got a couple of miles of road section. I'll be turning off, dropping down into Pandy Wood, and a car, and a nice cup of hot tea. Very welcome. Segruit Issa. It's down that way. And there's new signs here too. That's the up to Peniel that way. And you can see on here what they do. They go around Wales and they spray out the English and they leave the Welsh. So you got Denby sprayed out. And you got Dimbych underneath. Dimbych, which is Welsh for Denby. But these have been left because they're Welsh. And they've renewed them too. You got Saron, Peniel and Nanglin. And that's where I'm heading on the Nanglin road, but they leave them alone. The Welsh names. But in Wales you'll have the English, which is Denby, and you'll have underneath you'll have the Welsh, which is Dimbych. And they go round and they spray out the English spelling of words. Welsh nationalists. Mad, absolutely crazy, aren't they? Hey? Well, that's my opinion anyway. Don't see the point of it. Anyway, Nanglin now. I got about a mile and a half, say, perhaps 2 mile at a push, and then I'll be turning off. Then I'll be arriving in Pandy Wood. And a nice copper, very welcome. And it stopped raining too. Nice one. A bit further on, just at the brow of this hill here, I'll show you, give you the view looking back to the Denby Castle where I've started the walk, where I've parked up. Well, with this camera, it's such a wide angle lens, it looked like it's about 20 mile away, but it's a fair walk. Anyway, I'll show you that in a minute. And just talking about them spraying out them signs, it's stupid really, because you know they're all for Wales and Welsh, all it's got to be the Welsh language. You know, we get a lot of tourists, you know, from all over Britain. They all come to Wales and this and that. And you know, if they're trying to find Denby, for instance, and they see a sign it says Dimbych, they're going to think, well, what's Dimbych? You know, if they're trying to find Denby. So stupid, isn't it? Why they spray out the English spelling. People that don't speak Welsh, they're not going to know what Dimbych is. They're going to think, well, I'm trying to find Denby, not Dimbych. Anyway, obviously, basically, I'll show you the view looking back to Denby Castle in a second. Right, just looking back to Denby Castle. And there's a car coming, but who cares? Right. Oh, the old pheasants there. But hopefully right in the centre of the screen you should see Denby Castle, or the outline of it anyway. Oh, it's car, hang on a second. It's just like being outside the mental. You switch your camera on and the car comes. But yeah, hopefully I'll put it right in the centre. Hopefully you can see it there. That's where I've parked up. I've sort of gone around the back and round the houses. And I've got probably about a mile, something like that. I'll turn off, drop down into Pandy, and then make our way through Pandy Wood along the side of the Afon Ystrad, which I'll explain what that means. Little Welsh lesson coming up. Afon Ystrad. And then you come out by Johnny Mons field, so that's where I'll end the video. But yeah, I've got about a mile to go anyway. Now I'll be turning off the road then, following close to the Afon Ystrad. Give you a quick glimpse of some of the North Wales countryside. A very muddy North Wales countryside. Centre of the shot there, sort of that farm or building you can see there is Plas Captain. It's a good name that, isn't it? Car coming, Plas Captain. Hang on, get on the side. That's why I'm not the biggest fan of road walking, especially on these narrow, well this isn't too bad, but you get some of these country lanes in Wales here. It's just about width of a car, and if you get a big van or a tractor or a lorry or something, it can be a bit of a squeeze. That's why I'm not the biggest fan of road walking. But anyway, Plas Captain, it's a good name, I like that name, Plas Captain. Anyway, got probably about half a mile and I'll be turning off. And a nice cup of tea. Oh yes. It's starting to rain again. Anyway, the more direct route to Johnson's would be up here. Just on my right there. Straight up that little track, drop down and you're there, you're in Johnson's, but I'll be carrying on for about half a mile and heading through Pandy Wood, doubling back, and I still arrive at Johnson's. So yeah, hopefully this rain is eventually going to stop. Not too bad though. It's years since I've done this walk, and I presume there's some sort of bridge you can get over the Ustrad, but it's not looking good. There's no way I could cross it as it is now. It's too high. So I may have to abandon this walk through Pandy because it doesn't look like there's a bridge there. But anyway, I'll turn off the road here now and I'll have a look. It's not looking good though. Oh, dodgy style coming up here. Oh, I don't know. Oh God, I didn't even flying then. That is well ropey. So I don't remember, like I say, years since I've done this walk. But it doesn't look like there's any bridge or anything there. I'll have a look anyway. See if I can cross it somehow. I've got to get to the other side. But it's not looking good. Right, I'm at the Ustrad now. Doesn't look like there's any way to get across. Oh well, so much for this plan. God, mud. No way I can cross that, I don't think so anyway. Is this open? Let's climb over. Bear with me, I do all my own stunts. But yeah, I honestly don't remember. Whoa! Doing this walk, it's years since I've done it. Not looking good. No way I can cross that. That's what I need to get to. There, but there's no way I can get across that. So, plan B. I think I'll head further up the road. See if I can get across somehow. There's got to be some sort of bridge. Once I'm on that side there, I'll be okay. So, plan B. I'll go back to the road and carry on. See if I can get across somehow. Bear with me. Got to get back over this. Oh, hang on, squeeze through here. Yeah, I need to get across the river. So I'll head back up there, back up to the road and carry on. No way I can get across that. This has turned out to be a mission. Right. I'll see you when I'm on the top of the road. Oh, by the way, that's the Avon Ustrad. Avon is river, Welsh for river, and Ustrad is Welsh for vale. So Avon Ustrad is Vale River, which I can't get across. So I'm on plan B now. Wasn't looking good from the top road. But I'll carry on further down, or further up the road, and see if I can get across somehow. Okay, I'm on plan C now. I'm heading back that direct route that I showed you earlier. It's about half a mile down the road. Takes me straight to Johnny's, but I can get to the other side of the Ustrad doing it that way. I was thinking heading further down that road, but I'm not sure about getting across the river. That's the problem. I could end up walking a few miles and still not get over the river, or walking miles and miles out of my way. So that's what I'm doing now, heading back. I cut through that the direct route which I showed you earlier, drop down to the Johnny's field, and I can get into Pandy Wood from that way, because I'm determined to have my cup of tea. But that's Pandy Wood there. So I'll walk back to here where I've couldn't get across, or near enough to it anyway, and then back through Pandy. I'll make my way back the normal way, past Gwynnog and what have you. So plan C. I'll get there, don't you worry, I'll get there. And my cup of tea. So plan C. Still on plan C. Stopped raining and the wind's dropped. So anyway, this is the direct route I showed you earlier, and I know that I can get across the Ystrad because I've done this route 1,000,001 times. It's years since I've done that route from that path there. I don't remember whether there was a bridge there. Probably not, because if the Ystrad is at its normal level, you can go across it with you can get across it with just wellies on. But obviously not in this weather we've been having, the rain. The level is very high, there's no way you can get across it. So as I said, it's years since I've done that, so I must have just gone across the river in wellies. But I know I can get across here. There's a bridge and I'll be in the Johnny Mon's field, but I can turn, branch off left and make it into Pandy Wood for my paned. That's what we say in Wales, paned. Right, keep going. Wow, got to be about 100 pheasants in this field. Oh, the ones that have missed the guns, living in the wilds now. They're all scattered now. Probably can't pick them out with this anyway, but over there's a roughly 50 odd, and there were about another 50 odd here. Probably can't make them out with this camera, as I say, the lens is so wide. But yeah, there are ones that have missed the guns. There's a few shoots here. There's the Gwynnog, and there's a shoot here as well. But these are the ones that have missed the guns, and they're off living in the wilds. Right, dropping down now. Johnny's is there. Pandy Wood is there. Oh God, must be about 6 inches deep of mud here. There's pheasants here as well. There's quite a lot. I've missed being shot. You can see them there. Whoa! Wow! Amazing. The backfield. Oh, there's one actually. Oh, they're taking flight then. But in the backfield there, looking, there's about 20 or 30. Some down there as well, but like I say, you probably can't make them out with this camera because the lens is so wide. Okay, drop down. The bridge is there. Get across the Ystrad and make it into Pandy Wood and get the kettle on. That's the Gwynnog estate, which I know this country like the back of my hand. This section of it anyway, not the section further on. Obviously I couldn't have remembered. I must have just waded across the river. But anyway, I'm getting across the bridge now anyway. Get into Pandy and then get the kettle on. Okay, crossing the Ystrad. As you can see, no way you can get across that with wellies. Johnson's over there, Johnny Mon's. I'll be heading that way. Plan C. Oh no, another dodgy style. Wow. Like I said, I do all my own stunts. Oh. Right, Pandy Wood. And a cup of tea. Bit of a dodgy path to start with, alongside the river here, but it does widen out and flatten off very shortly. Ooh, very slippy. Whoa! I do all my own stunts. Like I said, dodgy path. God. Things I do for a cup of tea. Whew. Very high. Path is beginning to come less dodgy now. It'll widen off and flatten off into a track, which I'm just about to join now. Better. That is a lot of water. Right, Pandy Wood, here I come. And a cup of tea. Right, out in the open again now. Find somewhere to set up my kettle. A nice cuppa. Well, that's where I got to on the other side, where I had to go on plan B and then plan C, which was there. You can see no way you could get across, but I made it. But I'm still looking for somewhere to set up my stove. Find somewhere in a minute. Okay, just gonna go through the kit that I got with me today. Show you the stove and the kettle and stuff I've used before, but in my cup of tea making video I did before. There's an insulated mug, got some milk, water, kettle. Inside there is tea bags and a lighter, and this is the stove, which is a Coleman dual fuel, which I explained earlier, but I've only used unleaded in it. As you can see, it's bulkier. That's the fold out legs at the bottom there. It's bulkier and a bit heavier, but it's a real powerhouse. So that's not too bad there. Hopefully it's in shot. Yeah, so I'll get the stove going. Is that level-ish? That'll do for the... Let's get it pumped as well. Move them to one side. Yep. Just Get the water on, and then I'll light it up. Fairly level, not too bad. Hopefully I'm in shot. Once it gets going, a bit temperamental to start with, but see it's really building up now. Really a powerful stove this one. Unleaded fuel, as I said. Right, the water on. Tea bag in. I'll get back to you when it's boiling. It's not going to take long with this stove. Not far off now, literally about 2 minutes, if that. Really powerful. As I said, it is a lot bulkier and it's a lot heavier, but it's got the power. And it runs, as I said, on unleaded, cheap to run. Yeah, boiling, I think. There we go. Yeah, it's cheap to run. I haven't used anything other than unleaded in it. Like I say, that Coleman fuel, I don't know what it costs now, but a few years back it was very expensive. I think you get it in a litre can, something like that, but it's dear stuff. But you get unleaded, it's much cheaper. Drop of milk. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, as you can see, I'm at Johnny Mon's, so that means it's the end of my Pandy Wood adventure. And it was a bit of an adventure too, wasn't it? As always, thanks for joining me, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next adventure.